Hey guys, how's it going? Steve here from America, coming at you with a new mod review, Magicraft's Star Wars mod. Now this mod, you're thinking lightsabers. Yes, there is lightsabers, and I'm sure I explained quite well how to get them. But there's tons more than just lightsabers, and I know I'm a huge fan of lightsabers and everything. I used to get those plastic pop-up ones when I was a kid. You know what, that's beyond the point. Let's get into this mod because it has so much to offer about Star Wars. Assuming you have a diamond pick because you did get obsidian to go into the nether, you're going to want to go into the nether because that's where all the really cool lightsaber stuff spawns. When you hop into the nether, the first thing you're going to see is netherrack. And then probably some fire and lava, but then you're going to see these bad boys, and probably some quartz as well, but that's beyond the point. You're going to see these bad boys: white, blue, red, green, purple, yellow, orange, and black. Yes, there is black. That's pretty insane, actually. Black lightsaber crystals. You're going to see all these really cool lightsaber crystals, and that is the first thing you're going to need to make your lightsaber. So if green's your favorite color and you like Qui-Gon Jinn, who died in the first episode, pretty lame if you ask me, but if you like Qui-Gon Jinn, then blue's your thing. If you like purple, like Mace Windu, who didn't die in the first 5 seconds against Chancellor Palpatine, you're going to want to pick up some of this. But first, you're going to want to try in some of this. If I'm correct, this has the same rarity or spawn rate as redstone in the overworld, so it's kind of rare. You don't find it too often, but you know what? It's around, and I'd ask if that could get bumped up to maybe like quartz, or not quartz, maybe, I don't know, same rarity as these maybe, but this is pretty hard to come by in the nether. I only found a couple, and yeah, so you're going to want to pick up your favorite crystal and you're going to head back through the portal. Once you are back in the overworld with your crystal and some cortosis, basically what you're going to want to do is you're just going to throw that in the furnace. Basically comes out as cortosis ingot. You're going to need that for some lightsaber handles. You don't actually need it for all, but basically there are 3 tiers of lightsabers. Lightsaber handles, I'd say. The first one is wooden. It's 2 sticks, a piece of redstone, and that gives you a wooden lightsaber handle. The next one is metal, which is iron, redstone, and that gives you a metal lightsaber handle. And the next one is a cortosis lightsaber handle, which is 2 cortosis ingots and redstone. Now, there is no benefits or downsides to having either one. You can have wooden, you could have metal. I'd say probably durability would be a wise maybe thing to put on this to kind of give it a, like, this would have a much lower durability than cortosis, but really it's completely up to the Magicraft. So really, I mean, man, there's so much stuff, and there's only like 25% done. It's still in beta, and it's so good already. So basically what you want to do is you want to get your lightsaber crystal and your lightsaber just in a crafting bench, and that comes out with your actual lightsaber. So if I was going to do this as an example, I'd pick up this and I'd switch into survival real quick, and I'd put my lightsaber handle in there and my crystal, and I'd get a purple cortosis lightsaber handle. So I bet now you're thinking, woo, I can cut up things and kill them in one hit. Yay! That's not it. That's not it at all. There's so much more to explore, including moving items. Yeah, I said it. They move. The first thing I'm going to cover are wall decals. Now, these are really cool. They are so much variety in crafting recipes, I guess you could say. Now, you can get a 3x3, a 2x2, or a 1x1. It's just a 1. So basically, you get the decal, which, see how it's kind of blue? See how the main color, I guess, is white, but the secondary color is blue? That's just 1 lapis equals that. This would obviously be white, because the main color is white. This would obviously be orange. And basically you just combine it with 1 piece of wool and you get a 1x1, and that's pretty cool. But the second thing you want to do, if you want to get a 2x2, you can make this, which is really cool as well. Or you can make a 3x3. Basically, they're just really cool things to have in your house. If you walk in and you've got your Republic symbol, and maybe someone, if you're doing, I don't know, Battle Dome with this, someone else has an Imperial symbol. No, that is Imperial. I meant Imperial. Sorry if I confused you, Star Wars fans. That is Imperial. There is Republic somewhere else. So basically a 2x2, it just, like as I said, it varies so much. Just look at the crafting recipes. They just change a lot. That's just 2x2, and then you go 3x3, which is this. and this is the Empire symbol. So basically, I really recommend not enough items, so that way you can keep looking on the forums if you want, but that just gives you some really cool things to put on your wall, really cool decorations. In my opinion, these are just fantastic. The next thing, and really cool if you're wondering how to get Stormtrooper armor, this is called carbon ore. Now it is found, I'm pretty sure, like coal or like iron. Yeah, see, there's some there, probably some under me. They're just everywhere, and they give you experience every time you mine it too. Basically, you put it in a furnace, you give it some fuel. I just put fire because I didn't actually want to smelt it because I wanted to give you something to look at, and it gives you carbon. Basically, you use the normal template, like just like to craft a helmet out of the carbon dust. I'd say it doesn't really say ingot, so I call it dust because it kind of looks like dust, but basically you just craft it in the same way you craft normal armor, and it just kind of gives you really cool clone trooper armor, and I'll put it on for you. So it's a bit big, as you may be able to tell, but you know what, it's fantastic. I'm loving it. You can get a lightsaber if you want with it too. It looks really cool. I believe it's somewhere in between iron and diamond, because I do not take a lot of damage when I had this on earlier, and it's just really cool, and it's pretty strong as well. The next thing we're gonna look into is called an iron pole. Now it's just 2 iron, pretty much. Yeah, just 2 iron, and that gives you an iron pole. Now that's gonna be used to make a blaster. Blaster's made with 2 barrels, which is 6 poles like that, and that gives you 2. A stock, which is 2 like that. A scope, which is 2 like this, and a lens, which is just 1 piece of glass. Yeah, 1 piece of glass, and that again, that's 2, 2, 2, and a handle, which is just 2. Now that gives you the blaster, and now look at how awesome this looks. Why is it so small? That's what. And you've also got the item.item laser.name 4133. It is uncraftable at the moment, but in creative, like, I'll shoot it for you. It looks really cool, actually. Like, it's like a bow, I guess, but it's red. That's the important thing. It's red. So now you may be wondering, oh, Steven, that's not glowstone. How is it so bright? Well, that's called an Imperial lamp, or just a lamp. I think it's called an Imperial. It's called a lamp of some sort, okay? And we're gonna get back to this in 1 second, but I made this little cool room. I'm pretty proud of it. There's a decal. That is Republic, if I'm right. That is a good guy sign. The symbol of the Galactic Senate. Probably am right, because that's what it says in the menu. So the first thing we're gonna jump into is a computer. Now, don't say, oh my god, it has a monitor, can I go on the internet? No, you're on a computer. Go on the internet by yourself. This is a computer. This are dyed light blue glass panes. I just did it because it looked kind of cool. But basically, the computer is crafted with lapis, cactus, rose red dye, and iron poles. That gives you a display, like a monitor display, and you put the display with 3 redstone, 2 gold, and 1 iron, and that gives you the computer. Now that, it doesn't do anything. I think it's a decoration for now. At least, yeah, it doesn't do anything yet, but it still looks really cool. Like, honestly, how awesome does that look? That looks like the Hoth scenario where they're down like that, and they're like, yeah, you niner, they're coming in they're gonna bomb everything. Jumping into the new lamps, I believe there are 2 lamps. Now these are the 2. I say they're different, like with a question mark at the end, because I don't think they're different yet. You know, it'd be really cool if they were like, one was like sideways or something. I don't know, and I have some ideas later, but basically you're gonna want to craft a grid, which is 2 like iron poles. This, I don't know how to say that. And then you can craft iron poles again this way. I'm not gonna say it. And you can craft grid 1 and grid 2. Basically, you put any grid you want with bone meal and a glowstone, and that gives you an Imperial. I knew it was Imperial lamp, and that gives you an Imperial lamp. Now, these are really interesting for now, because I said before it was only 25% done. It's not even close to being finished. There's a whole section of these, and I was staring like this for 5 minutes just looking at them spinning, and they're pretty cool, but I don't know what I can do with them. I saw on the forum some guy said like you'd be able to craft them and you put them down like a monster spawns, you gotta kill it like a boss kind of thingy. But here we go, Honor of Wisdom, Balanced Battle, and there's just kind of like committed. Oh, I wonder if Jedi, and there's like people's Kyber memory. Could we get a Steve memory crystal? I love Mace Windu. So again, they look really cool, and they're like named after things. They're like, you know, it'd be really cool if wisdom gave you like I don't know, like strength. Oh no, that'd be battle style. Like if they gave you stuff like buffs and stuff. Now you're probably thinking, actually probably not, but if you were thinking, wait, am I done now? Is that it? It's not it. There's a Tatooine portal. Now you gotta craft this, which is item.item portal activator.name 4156, which is no crafting recipe. Basically, it's sand, right? That looks pretty. It's pretty smart. And this again is title.log. I'm not gonna say that again. Basically, you can jump through this and you can hop into Tatooine. I almost freaked out. I was like, where are the two suns? There are the two suns. They're untextured two suns. You know, that's cool. I'm not gonna lie, that's still really cool. We're already in an infinite desert biome. And you're gonna see around here, you're gonna see these bad boys, moisture evaporators, and these are just crafted with iron poles and iron, basically, and redstone, I guess, and there are the recipes. So as you can see over here, there's actually one right behind the portal, just right there. Like, they just spawn randomly. Like, there's another one, like, over there. And there's, like, random houses, too, with nothing in them. That's really cool. Like, as I said, it's still in progress. If you're getting the mod and it's got a whole bunch of new stuff in, I'd really like you to let me know, because I'd really like to review it again with all the cool stuff, because this has so much to offer for now. But there is one more thing I'd like to say before it ends. Now, I have a couple ideas, and you know, it'd be super cool if I don't think it'd happen, but if I was like in the future, right? We go, woo, Doctor Who style. We're in the future, right? And then there's this in here. I'd be so happy. Basically, one of my ideas was, who doesn't like Darth Maul, right? That was the guy. That was like the Kung Fu, like Sith Lord, who could not be defeated. Except he basically fell in a hole. So, you know, it'd be really cool if you got the same exact lightsaber, right? And you put a piece of Cortosis in the middle. You could get a dual-sided lightsaber. And that would just maybe do like 30 damage or something like that. Maybe do a little bit extra. Combine the two, or like 20 actually, because it's 10 and 10. So maybe do an extra like 20 damage, but double the material. I think that'd be really cool because, you know, who doesn't like double-sided lightsabers? Another thing I was thinking is like these would have like different like aspects to them. Like a wooden one would be crap. Really, if you have enough materials to go to the Nether, I don't understand why you'd make a wooden one. But say you were cheap. Say you were like Sipsco from Yogscast, right? You're cheap. You're dirt cheap. Literally dirt cheap. You'd get a wooden lightsaber handle. Now, I would say maybe even less damage. If you're that cheap to get maybe even less damage, this might, just the difference between the two, maybe a little bit of damage. That would be really cool if you had different lightsabers and they actually did different damage, because this is hard to get, right? Cortosis is hard to get. It's more rare than iron. So I think that'd be really cool if it did maybe like an additional 4 damage. But anyways, I'm saying this has been fantastic. Put so much work into the mod. I really love it, and it's so awesome to have this in a single player, and I'm loving it so far. So thank you guys for watching. If you stayed tuned this far, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to leave a like down below. Make sure to check out the forum, and Magic Crafts link should be in the description. And yeah, make sure to go check it out. So this has been Steve from Little Bit of Matter, signing out.